The names for different seizure types are changing. Old names like simple or complex partial or localization related are no longer going to be used. Let's look at some of the new terms. A focal seizure starts within the electrical networks of one side of the brain, which is called a hemisphere. The seizure activity can stay within the same electrical network, or it can spread to the other side of the brain and involve the electrical networks of the whole brain. We used to think of this as secondarily generalized, which means it did not start out generalized, but it got that way by spreading to involve both sides of the brain. New terms emphasize the characteristics associated with the focal seizure. For example, some people will have an aura or pre-warning before the seizure starts. Motor movements can be unilateral, involving one side of the body, or bilateral, involving both sides of the body. The seizure may also start with some odd sensation or feelings on one side of the body, which are called somatosensory symptoms. Some teens or adults having a seizure can describe a psychic feeling like déjà vu component, where they think they've had a similar past experience. There also may be a change in the level of consciousness. Some people can be fully alert during a focal seizure, but they may or may not be able to talk. Others have an altered consciousness and are zoned out or spaced out. A focal seizure can start with the person being fully alert and then progress to an altered consciousness, or can start with altered consciousness from the very beginning. Now, on the other hand, unlike a focal seizure, with a generalized seizure, the whole body's brain electrical network is involved from the very beginning of the seizure. If it is a generalized motor seizure, the whole body is involved as well. Consciousness is altered or impaired from the onset of a generalized seizure. Now let's talk about different types of generalized seizures. Tonic seizures involve stiffening and extension. Clonic seizures involve flexion. If you put the two together, there is a tonic-clonic seizure with stiffening and extension and alternating rhythmic flexion. We used to call that grand mal. Absence seizures are short staring spells that might be associated with eyelid fluttering or chewing motions. The old term for this type of seizure is petit mal. These are often mistaken for daydreaming or for just not paying attention. Absence seizures can also be accompanied by quick jerks or eyelid movements. Myoclonic seizures are quick jerks that can initially be mistaken for startle reflexes in babies or clumsiness or dropping things in older children. Sometimes these jerks are so strong that people lose balance and fall. These jerks can also be associated with some stiffening. Atonic seizures are drop attacks, and people lose body tone and then just suddenly fall down. Epileptic spasms are seizures seen in young infants and involve quick jerks, outward arm flinging, and drawing up the legs.